Alrighty guys, welcome back to Old MTG. And we've got a spicy little matchup for you guys today. We're playing Black Red Troll versus Black White, I believe. So it's going to be an interesting match. I just wanted to highlight that I am releasing free videos at the moment, and I have noticed that I think because I'm releasing so many videos that the views have actually gone down. Do write in the comment section if you think I am releasing too many videos in 1 week. I try and release videos on a Monday, Wednesday and Friday. But if it's too much, then I'll potentially just release them twice a week on a Tuesday and Thursday. So do leave a comment in the comment section if I am releasing videos too fast. Because I know that old school players have busy lives, families, things like that. So do let me know if I'm releasing too much content. Anyway guys, the rules are the Atlantic 93-94 rule set. You're allowed a maximum of 10 points. You're allowed the same art, the same frame in all languages. And you're allowed Collector's Edition, International Edition, and other sets as well. However, you're not allowed any proxies, and the restricted list is in effect. So, really interesting format here, guys. I've had a lot of fun with it over the last 9 months or so. Or maybe 10 months, actually. But, yeah, it's been really good. I've only ever missed one tournament. But I have made the semi-final once, and top 16. I've gone 4-2 in the last 4 tournaments and not made the top 16, which is pretty crazy. But it is what it is. Anyway, guys, let's get into Tim's deck, and let's get into his opponent's deck. So this is Tim's deck. He's running sweet removal in the form of lightning bolts, terrors, falling stars, chaos orb, drain life, and discs. He's running some really good discarding for him to Torak. He's running some land destruction in sinkholes. He's got some card advantage with the books, and then he's got some really efficient creatures in Hypnotic Spectre, Sedge Troll, and Order. You can ramp out quite nicely with the Mox as well. Potentially turn 1 Order, or turn 2 Sedge or Hippie. Desert's quite useful against the Blinded Boat deck. And then he has an interesting sideboard as well. We've gone through Tim's deck quite a bit already, to be honest with you. But yeah, really interesting deck. And yeah, currently 3-1 on the video so far. So he's doing really, really well. And in the comment section, they're actually calling Tim him Kincaid. Which was quite funny. I had a little chuckle at that. So anyway, guys, let's look at his opponent's deck. So Augusto is playing Black White. Obviously, White having some of the best removal in the format in the form of Swords of Plowshares and Disenchant. He's actually got 2 books of himself actually. Very similar list, obviously, just playing different alternate colour. He's got the 4 Sengir, really powerful. Got the free hymn to Torax, only 3, not prioritising hymns too much here. And then obviously he's got the 4 factory for the other 4 points. He's got the Dark Ritual to ramp out. Play an early Sengir on turn 3 potentially. Got the Cinco, so more land destruction than Tim. He has got the superior removal in 4 Swords of Plowshares. However, he's not going to be able to target the orders with those, so that's going to be problematic. Can obviously block with the factories, but you don't really want to block an order with a factory because it gets first strike. He's got 4 Underworld Dreams, so he's really hedging his bets that he's going to be playing against some sort of control decks. Really hurts the draw 7 cards as well, so if they're playing Wheel of Fortune and Time Twister, it could be really problematic if they've got an Underworld Dreams out. So yeah, he's sort of playing around those sort of matchups, I believe. And then he has the 4 Hippie, the 4 Order, 2 Black Knight, and obviously we talked about the Sengir. So really efficient creatures here. Interesting matchup because they're very similar lists, obviously just a different alternate colour. We'll talk more about sideboarding afterwards, but it's going to be an interesting match here. Alright, both shuffling up. Going to be interesting to see how this match unfolds. I have no idea how it's going to unfold. I don't actually know. I haven't actually watched any of the matches so far, so it's going to be interesting. I mean, if someone gets an early hymn out, sorry, not a couple of hymns out, could be problematic. But also an early Hypnotic Spectre, and if it gets a few attacks in, that could be problematic as well. So obviously the terrors aren't going to be very good in this matchup for Tim. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. Augusto needs to be careful with how he's revealing his cards there. I still saw a black card. You have to be really careful on camera not to reveal your deck. So I think we're just talking about the camera angle here, maybe. Alright, we're just going to fast forward a little bit. Alright, here we go. Let's see if both players can keep. Alright, here we go. Tim's rocking the red sleeves. Augusto looks like he has gold sleeves. Something, I don't know. Or grey, one of the two. Alright, let's see if both players can keep. I think Augusto used to play Flesh and Blood, so interesting card game. Tim's rocking the old Dark Ritual playmat. Little does he know that Augusto's going to be playing those Dark Rituals. So no Dark Ritual here from Augusto. No turn to order here. That mountain, he could have really done with that mountain being a Badlands or something maybe. But yeah, no turn to him. Right, Dark Ritual here. Into him to Torak. Wow. Interesting. And he's got black and access to black-white next turn. Or after this, sorry. So you might have another him, or you might have a Cinco. There we go. So 1 and 4 bollocks of it. Right, Tim loses the Falling Star and a Drain Life. Okay. And he's got black left over. And order. Okay, could have been worse. Could have had Sinkhole or another him. I think that would have been tragic. He is going to bolt the order though. Shame he bolted the order there because the desert would have actually killed that. We may want to have saved that bolt for something else. He might have drawn that desert though. Right, factory here. Not too sure what Augusto's playing here. I think he's having a good old think. Alright. He's going to sinkhole the desert. Interesting that he doesn't sinkhole the swamp, but alright, he's just drawn another swamp anyway, so it doesn't matter. I suppose he's got the swords for the Sedge Trove, so he's not too bothered about it regenerating. However, if he did target the swamp, this him to Torak wouldn't have resolved. So, Right, 3 and 6, so that's the middle, and okay, so you lose a Dark Ritual and a factory. Dark Ritual isn't too great unless you got something to cast into it, but losing that factory could be pretty huge. Could have outraced the Sedge Troll potentially. So looks like Augusto's took first lot of damage here, which is he's going to 17. Don't think Tim's taken any damage yet whatsoever. Augusto just found another factory though, so yeah, he would have had 3 factories in play. That's crazy. Yep, he's on attack. Has he got a lightning bolt? Tim's got a lightning bolt here. He's actually in pretty good shape, I think. Augusto does not pump. That's interesting. Could have pumped there. Made it 17. Unless he's got something to cast. Maybe a sword? No. No attack from Tim there. I suppose he's going to lose the race, isn't he? Because Augusto could swing back in for 4. Alright, pass it back again. Another land for Tim here. So Sedgetroll's playing defense at the moment. Wow, one of the Sengirs. Pretty powerful. Tim does play Terror. Oh no, he does. Oh, Terror's not going to work. So, he's going to need maybe Falling Star and a boat or Drain Life. Interesting. The Sengir could win Augusto the game here, actually. Tim crashes down to 14. Plays an order here, Augusto. So, Tim's in a bit of bad shape here, actually, I think. Right, plays an order himself, though, so that's pretty good. Doesn't attack with the Sedge, so he's just going to be taking 4 damage in the air. This is hugely problematic. So Tim crashes to 10, half his life total. Under our dreams, so that's gonna chip away at Tim's life total here, and this unanswered will deal quite a lot of damage. Wow, looks like Tim's just drawing lands. I mean, this is pretty crazy. And Augusto could just keep swinging in with the Sengir and then passing the turn, and then Tim takes 1, so there's no real pressure on Augusto's life total here. He's on 18. It looks like he's on 20, but he's actually on 18. So, yeah, this is looking like it's going to go in Augusto's favor, unless Tim can draw like maybe a disc or something. So the disc does come into play tapped, so yeah, it's not looking good here actually. He can block the factory here and give it first strike, so I'm surprised this attack is happening. I'm not too sure about that attack. I would have just attacked with the Sengir, but Augusto must have his reasons. So he's going to most probably block the factory with Sedgetroll, and then block the order with the first striker? Or he could just... No, he could block the factory, pump, and give it first strike. And it could make it a 4/4 first striker. So I don't know. I don't think this attack with the other two is great here from Augusto. I think he should have just attacked with the Sengir. But he obviously had his reasons. I think this is going to be a good block for Tim here. Okay, so he loses both his factories. He's going to give it first strike. Yeah, really interesting attack here, actually. Got a Black Knight, but he just literally threw 2 of his creatures away, so yeah, not ideal. Tim's down to 4, and he's seen enough. But interesting attack there earlier. Alright, let's look at sideboarding. So in the sideboard, Augusto has the Spirit Links. They look actually quite good. Yeah, they don't seem too bad. Circle of Protection red, if he's worried about Tim going to his face, could be quite valuable. I don't think he saw that many artifacts or enchantments, so I don't know if he's going to bring in the disenchant. Terror's good against the Sedges, but not good against the other 2 creatures that Tim plays. Glooms look terrible. Discs Doesn't look too great here, but then it does deal with most of the stuff except from the sedges. And Disrupting Scepter doesn't look too bad. Anyway, let's look at Tim's sideboard. So Tim has the Blood Moons. They don't look amazing against this deck. It's only 2 color. Cinco's, no, I don't think it's really a Cinco matchup. Red Blast looked terrible. Where are the commands? I suppose you could potentially get him to sword his own creature. Shatters, he didn't see the book, so I don't think he's going to bring them in. Earthquake, don't seem too bad against the Black Knights and the Orders, actually. Terrors looked absolutely useless there. So I presume he's going to be taking them out. So, yeah, let's see how game number 2 goes anyway. Alright, game number 2. Interesting first game there. Augusto got the first game. Was an interesting attack at the end of the first game, but like I said, he must have had his reasons. So Tim plays the Badlands and passes. Augusto plays the Swamp. So no Scrubland or anything like that from Augusto, which is a shame. Mana fixing in this format is so important. Okay, so Tim fires off a Hymn to Torak. Hymn Kincaid. Loves his hymns. That's his nickname from now on, Hymn Kincaid. Alright, so he loses a hymn and a Sengir here. Brutal. Augusto was about to him the next turn, so that's unfortunate for him. However, he does return us with a Cinco, so he returns in kind. Oh, but Tim returns with a Cinco of his own, so funny. Alright, so Augusto's got a factory and a pass. It looks like he's missing coloured mana then, because he's playing the factory here. I wonder if Tim did bring in those extra Cincos from the sideboard. He plays the Sedge. Augusto plays a Fell Warstone? Okay. I suppose he has got access to more black mana now. Tim cracks him for free. Follows up with a Hypnotic Spectre. Interesting. Augusto hasn't got access to white mana, so he cannot swords this at the moment. Dark Ritual. Into the Sengir, so that's going to be an effective blocker here against the Hypnotic Spectre. What Tim could do is attack. If he blocks the Hypnotic Spectre, he might have a bolt to finish off the Sengir. Nope, just attacks with the Sedge. This is representing that he might have a Lightning Bolt. And Augusto doesn't want to entertain blocking bollocks of it. Hymn Kincaid again, look! Another hymn, Jesus! Alright. Number 1 and 3, I think. Yeah, number 1 and 3, there you go. Oh my god, 2 Hypnotic Spectres. Oh my god, these hymns have been brutal from Hymn Kincaid. Dear oh dear. I might actually change his name on the screen here to Hymn Kincaid. Oh god almighty. That is hilarious. Alright, he's going to attack with the factory. Not the Sengir. Interesting. He's offering the trade Refractory for him not expected. Maybe he's doing that so that he can take the edge throw damage and swing him in the air with the Sengia. And Tim does not entertain it, he just takes the damage. Alright. So he cracks in for number 3. Is he going to block this time? Nope. Yeah, with the regeneration, it's just... Why would you sacrifice your Sengia potentially? Wait, he's going to block. Oh, and he had the boat. Yep. I don't think you should have blocked there. So now he gets to deal the 3 damage and boat it and regenerate the sedge. So that was... But I can see why he blocked, because he doesn't want to take too much damage, but... Yeah. And it's looking a little bit sad on Augusto's side there, I think. He's just going to pass, okay. I mean, obviously the two of him to Thorax have been brutal from him, Kincaid. Alright, so he's going to swing in. And Tim's going to drink some water or some fluids. Keep himself nice and hydrated. And Augusto's going to block with the factory. And yeah, that's bad. Now I think it's game over for Augusto, to be honest with you. I can't see him coming back from this. Yeah, he really needed white mana for like swords and things like that. He's losing another card to the hippie. Oh, swords to plowshares. He needed white mana. This is brutal. Oh, and he plays another sedge. Oh dear, I think it's game over. We know what he has in the sideboard and the main here. I don't think there's anything that can get him out of this. Oh, Underworld Dreams. He's just going to play it out. He's not going to give... oh, right. Okay. So, I was going to say, he's not going to give Tim the satisfaction of conceding, but... Yep. Concedes. Let's go to game number 3. Alright, game number 3. Let's see what happens. I mean, that was a pretty brutal from Tim there. 2 more him to Thorax. If you have more than 1 in a match, it'd be pretty hard to come back unless you've got like card draw or maybe draw 7s perhaps. We're just going to fast forward. Alright. Augusto starts off with a scrubland. And Tim plays a strip straight away on the scrublands. They're targeting the dual land there. Augusto did struggle for white earlier, although he's got a white source here now, so interesting. A Badlands into a Will-o'-the-Wisp. That can regenerate, can be very annoying. Good little blocker. Augusto must have another land here, surely. Oh my god. Kept a 2-lander and he's been punished. Oh my god. This is brutal. Alright, and the Badlands from Tim. Oh, him Kincaid again! These bloody hymns, I tell you. What the hell? Oh, 6. Go on there. Uses an order. And Circular protection red, so he did bring them in. Wow. Him, Kincaid, just ripping hymns, playing them like they're nothing. Just, yeah, I'll find all of them. Unbelievable. And Augusto's missed a land again. This strip mine absolutely wrecked Augusto here. Tim's just thinking. Just showing Tim what he ripped from his hand. Right, Tim plays a sedge. Alrighty. And Tim attacks with a sedge. Ah, he's got swords this time. Good. And Augusto did get the second land there, so I think if he didn't get the second land here, I think it would be pretty hard for him to come back. But alright, so Tim has the book here. I wonder if Augusto kept the disenchants in. If he didn't, this could be okay. Augusto drew an extra card there by accident. These things happen. And this Will of the Wisp is going to be really problematic, because even if he's got like a Hypnotic Spectre or Order, he's not going to be able to get in. Alright, Cinco the Badlands. So he is going to try and stop him from drawing lots of extra cards. However, Tim does find a City of Brass, so yeah. Be willing to take 2 life for an extra card. Basically like greed. We'll see. He's on plenty of life, to be fair. The swords put him back up to 23. Obviously he's taking the damage as well. I think he took a damage to play the book. If he's looking for a land drop here, he might want to just activate the... Well, he's actually just played the City of Brass, I think, so... I would just pass the turn and draw from the book at the end of his turn. But it's entirely up to Tim here what he does. Alright, an Order. And pass by the looks of it. And the Swords to Plowshare is going to be absolutely useless here against the Order. Right, Dark Ritual. Sinkhole on the Badlands, I believe. Yep. And he's got some mana left over for the Hypnotic Spectre. But that cannot attack into the Will of the Wisp here, so... Oh, he's dead anyway. Okay, so Tim doesn't gain any life whatsoever because of the City of Brass. And he attacks for 2. Augusto down to... I don't know if he took damage this game, actually. Right, he's got an Order of his own. Tim can attack into him. He's got the Will of the Wisp to regenerate, so... there you go. And... The Order can't get first strike at the moment because he's only got white mana open. I think he's down to 16. Right, he's going to follow up with a Sedge. That's pretty strong. Augusto's struggling for land. Obviously Tim did him and strip mine him. So, well, I don't think he hit any of the... Alright, so he is stripping again. He's really targeting these lands. Okay. And I thought he might have wanted to keep mana for him just in case he draws a Sengir, but alright. Another order. Falling, oh my god, Falling Star. If he hits both of these orders here, the game is gonna swing massively in Tim's favour. Oh my god. Okay. And he does hit both. Ouch. Now he can swing for 5. Oh my god, this Falling Star's been brutal. Yep, swings in for 5. I think Augusto's on 11. Yeah, he is. Alright, I think if he doesn't play a creature here, oh yeah, he's in serious trouble. He might have a swords. If he's got a swords, it'll be okay. He can set swords to Sedge. Nope, he hasn't. He goes down to 6. Okay. I don't think Augusto's long for this world, if I'm honest. But we'll see. Crazier things have happened. But he is fighting against a Book, a Sedge, an Order, a Will-o'-the-Wisp. Sinkhole's a... Oh, so much land destruction, but... Land destruction is not what he needs. He needs to... He needs creatures. Tim has just drawn lots of land. He's not getting mana screwed at all, really. Obviously, the City of Brass are hurting him, but he's still able to deploy threats. Like, crashes in for 5 here. Pumps it up. That's the 6 damage. Yep. Yep, this game. This game. Oh, what an interesting match here, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. And give the video a like if you like it. Just gonna pause it here. Give the video a like if you like it. Subscribe to see more old school content, more X-Point content. And yeah, you have a great day, and I shall see you in future videos. You take care, guys. Bye bye. If you like the videos that I provide, give the channel a follow, and don't forget to like the video. You take care, guys. Bye bye.